My name is Laurent Macquet. I'm working for Desoutter. Desoutter is one of the world leading suppliers for assembly solutions, mainly for the automotive industry, but also the tiers, the general industry, and also the aerospace industry. Desoutter is providing a full ecosystem of products to manage assembly on the lines of our customers. Basically, on the base, we have assets, we have tightening tools, we have drilling tools, we have quality inspection tools, and they do manage the complete execution and right execution of the operation that are critical, for example, on the car assembly. If I take an example, if you assemble the brakes on your car, you want the brakes to really sit and you don't want to lose them. It's really important. The same for your airbags and the kind of things. We also can manage the process execution at the station and make sure that the operator will not perform any mistake and they will error-proof the execution of the process assembly. But also on the line level, we can also manage the complete recipe of the assembly of a product. And we can manage at scale on multiple stations to, at the end, assemble a product from A to Z and release something that is with the right quality. For example, we are working with BYD, one of the biggest electrical car manufacturers in the world. We are also working with Renault in France. We are working with Peugeot. We are working with Toyota. We are working with Ford. And also the big in aerospace like Boeing and Airbus. If we look to all our solutions, they all produce a lot of data. And we collect data in a software that is called DeMeter. And with DeMeter, what we want to do really is to provide data insights on the data that we have collected and make sure that our customers will be able to improve their processes, improve their efficiency, and improve their quality. DeMeter is equipped with RavenDB. And RavenDB is our main solution to collect the data, but also to aggregate the data. It's really, for this kind of critical operations, it's a legal compliance. Our customers, they are obliged to keep trace of all for example, the tightening curves that they have done in a joint to make sure that if there is an accident or something, they could prove that it has been assembled correctly. And the good thing with RavenDB is two things. It's ACID, so we are sure that when we store the data into RavenDB that it will not disappear. And it's one of the only NoSQL database able to do that. And also what is really important is that we are working at scale. We do not only collect a few tightenings results, but for example, if you look to some customers that we have, they produce maybe something like 50 million tightenings per year. So we need to be able to scale and to manage really big data. And that's where the powerness of RavenDB is really a great asset for us. We did evaluate MongoDB, Couchbase, and CouchDB. And one of the points at the time of to choose RavenDB, that it was really easy to use. We were completely new to the NoSQL, and we were coming from the SQL world. And it was important for us to have something that was easy to integrate and quickly integrate also in our products. And RavenDB was able to do that. And the second point also that was very important at the time, we wanted to have something that was versatile so that we can embed in an embedded system with less 1 GB RAM up to a big server. And RavenDB was the only solution that could do that. And we could make a first proof of concept on a small embedded system with less 1 GB RAM in a few weeks, I will say. So that was the turning point, choosing RavenDB. Sometimes we still struggle with some customers because they are also used to SQL, but it's a mindset change. And when we see the powerfulness of RavenDB, they change their mind because they also see that it's something really easy to use and something that they can scale. And that's one of the big points for them also to change their mind. When we start a new project and deploying a DeMeter solution on their facilities, we start with a proof of concept and we start to show them what we are able to do And when we look to our DeMeter solutions compared to our previous solution in terms of data filtering, it's cross filtering. You can really filter the data in a few milliseconds compared to very long time compared to SQL. The people begin to realize that yes, it's indeed a big advantage. And also, some people wanted to have a high availability cluster. With RavenDB, we could deploy that in few days. So out of the box, RavenDB is providing a lot of things that are really interesting to our customers. ETL out of the box, APIs, subscription on the data collections, automatic indexes, backups, archiving, everything that makes the life of IT people very easy. We had some customers working with one of our competition from DeMeter, and when they were trying to filter the data, they were counting in number of coffee that they will wait to get an answer. And it's less than one coffee, but then it's 10 coffees before you get an answer. And if we look to our solution and to DeMeter combined with RavenDB, now they don't have even time to take coffee, so they are complaining. Something that I really like, and it's the openness to take on board new ideas and to discuss if we have specific use case. Yeah, it's a very good partnership, so I'm really happy with it.